This episode of The Young Turks is brought to you by Audible.com.
Is monogamy obsolete? That's
yeah. Oh, sorry.
Huh? That's one question that's being asked by a woman by the name of Pamela Haig, and she wrote a book called Marriage Confidential. And in the book, she talks about these statistics that are mind-blowing, okay? First of all, it turns out that 65% and 80%, 65% of women and 80% of men say that they would cheat in their marriage if they knew that they would not get caught. Okay, when it comes to women, 35% are lying, and when it comes to men, 20% are lying, because I think most people would cheat if they knew that they wouldn't get caught.
So you think it's 100% in each?
All right, let's say 99%. Look,
I think these numbers sound fairly accurate.
So you think that 35% of women, if they were given the chance to cheat on their husbands with someone that's attractive and hot, they wouldn't do it?
Yes, because I think there are women who find it disrespectful to their family, to their church, to the way they were brought up, to their family, their parents, whoever it is. I think that they're more motivated and more thoughtful about that, less impulsive. So listen, the numbers could be off a little bit, but I don't think they're 99%.
Okay, all right, that's fair. That's a fair point, and you're probably right, and I'm probably wrong. But it's interesting because it's a vast majority of men and a majority of women. And there was a poll that was done by Oprah.com. Not the most credible source, right? But it was an interesting poll because they polled 14,000 people, and they found out that 21% of the people that were in the poll had an open marriage. So society is starting to become more and more open-minded when it comes to the idea of having...
that number's too high.
You believe that number's too high?
I
mean, why would people lie about it? I mean, it's a poll of 14,000 people. Why would those people lie and say that they have an open marriage?
You're right. I mean, it just seems higher. I think it's a pretty big sample, so it's probably fairly accurate. I never believed the open marriage thing. I don't think that it's easy for people to know that their partner's with someone else.
Okay, thank you. Now, that's where we agree, okay? Because while I think that people have that instinct, or not even that instinct, that desire to maybe experience someone else in their sex lives while they've been married for decades, right? Yeah. I think that the one thing that people don't take into account, people that are arguing that monogamy doesn't work and we should just abandon it, the thing that they're not taking into account is jealousy. I mean, this article was written by Jessica Bennett. I love her. She's a friend of the show. And she seems very much in favor of this idea of having open marriages and just completely abandoning monogamy. But it's human nature to be jealous. So would I personally, while I understand our desires to sleep around with other people, would I personally be okay with an open marriage?
Yeah.
No. Do I think we're biologically built to be monogamous? No, but that element of jealousy makes us at least attempt to be monogamous in our marriages, and I want to attempt to do that.
Yeah, I know, and I did too. I mean, people do when they get married. When they say "I do," you don't sit there thinking that this is the beginning of my, my cheating career. I mean, that's not what people think. But there's a difference between being idealistic and being realistic. And I also think that it's going in that direction. It's going into the direction of openness and monogamy. There are some absurd things about monogamy, but you're right, the jealousy thing is always going to be there, whether you're a boyfriend and a girlfriend or whether you've been married for 20 years and all of a sudden you want to have an open marriage. I mean, if you go to either extremes of relationships, people are jealous, and you just don't.
What I like is what some people have established in their marriages, which is the don't ask, don't tell policy.
Right.
But
that's an open marriage.
That is an open marriage, and it's a tricky thing because if you acknowledge in your marriage that you have a don't ask, don't tell policy, it's like giving your spouse a pass and saying, like, you can cheat, just make sure I don't find out about it. There are other marriages that have, like, the don't ask, don't tell, but the person that you sleep with has to be 50 miles away from where you live. So friends and family don't run.
These are really, extreme cases.
They are extreme cases.
Audible.com is the leading provider of audiobooks.
In fact, they have over 75,000 titles.
And you can listen on your iPod or your MP3 player. You can listen to it anywhere, at any time. It's incredibly convenient.
And they have books in every single genre imaginable. You can get a free audiobook if you go to audiblepodcast.com/TYT.
Totally true.